can someone make six figures? You're making six figures and still feel financially stressed. Should that even happen? Right, that's what we want to talk about. If this could be your friend, it could be your family, it could be your loved ones, and you feel that okay, and it could be you, right? You're making decent income, but you still feel broke. That's because there's some things that you need to change, right? That's what we want to talk about today. So, welcome in. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina, Doctor of Business and Technology, and I help professionals turn their income into real wealth. Welcome, welcome in. What's today? Happy Tuesday. Almost there. Absolutely amazing. Opa, welcome in. User, how are you? We're talking about an important discussion which is why do our income earners, why do they make, why they broke? Why, you earn six-figure salary, but you just still feel like you are still struggling, right? You're still financially stressed. Why? That's what we want to talk about. Yesterday, we talked about the four types of wealth. On Sunday, we did talk about finances and family, right? And if you are just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina, I'm Doctor of Business. I help professionals turn their 95 income into real wealth. And the topic for today is something that you don't even want to believe it. Because the thing about it is that a lot of times you realize that, people, you probably would have heard this. Before you get, they always say that the six-figure mark is almost like it's almost like a trap, right? Because before you get to six-figure salary, you're like, oh, you know what? I already know myself. You manage your budget. But once you get to the six-figure salary, it's almost like everything is outside of control because now you have access to so much credit. Now you are having a lot of debt for some reason because your lifestyle also went up because now you suddenly become big because of, you are now financially free because, of course, you have six-figure. But why do six-figure salary? Is it a blessing? Is it a cost? Right? Right? That's the question. Because how can someone make six figures and still feel financially stressed? And trust me, it is not just you. It is not just you and your friend. It is not that your family only. It is very, very generic. And if you're just coming, subscribe, tap out the live. We try to get to 10,000 taps within the first 10 minutes so that we can get on the FYP, bless some other people to come and learn the strategy. I tell you, your story, everything is going to change after today. And you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm not doctor of medicine. I'm doctor of business and technology, helping professionals turn their 9 to 5 income into real wealth. Because understand something, if what you do with your income is pay bills, you're just working to pay bills, that's all you're doing, you're not building wealth. How do you build wealth? It is about the strategy that I teach, that I talk about, the strategy that will help you build wealth. It's outside of you working and just paying bills. Totally two different things. So welcome in. You let me know where you are connecting from on the YouTube side. Let me know where you are connecting from. Subscribe. We try to get to 20 subscribers every single time we go live. And of course, we try to get to tap out the live for every the first 10 minutes. So tap out the live, share the live. I tell you, you have so many things to gain. It costs you nothing to tap out the live. It costs you nothing to follow or subscribe. But guess what? You have so many things to gain, right? So many things to gain just to, if you're here, because I tell you, we are building a $1 million league. When you see that this community is called MDL, that's $1 million league. It means that getting to that $1 million status in 10 years, that's all it takes. This is people with 45 years, they do not even get there. Working from age 20 to 65, people still do not retire with $1 million. So you are going to be learning strategies that's going to help you. Right. And the topic today is what? Sadanis, welcome in. Thank you for tapping out the live. Kikiko, welcome in. Philandra Farm, welcome in. Let me know where you are all connecting from. Welcome, welcome in. And today's topic is why do you make good income? And then why are you still financially stressed? How can someone make six-figure salary and still feel financially stressed? How can you earn more than most people but still feel like money disappears? That's what we want to talk about today. That's what we want to talk about. And thank you so much for the follow. That's so amazing. That's so amazing. Awesome. And let's keep tapping out the line. Let's subscribe if you haven't. Follow if you haven't. Because income alone, you want to know the reason why? Because income alone does not create wealth. That's the reason. Simple, right? Income alone. Thank you so much for the repost. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the follow. Income alone does not create wealth. I mean, right? You cannot even, and this is what they taught us. Who has said this before, right? Go to school, get a job, right? Go to school, listen to your teachers, of course, get a good grade, get a job, and work, right? And of course, you'll be okay. Buy a house. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Thank you for tapping out the live. Do all of that, right? And you will be okay. Buy a house, run, pay your bills, and work to 65. And guess what? Retire, right? When you are all broken, you're not useful to yourself anymore, retire and die, right? That's the story, like a story of Solomon, whatever they call it, right? We know that story. But then, how does that make that life a fulfilling purpose? How do you fulfill purpose with this exact plan that I just talked about? It just feels like you just come to this life just to pay bills, right? And of course, do it till 65 and be rendered useless, right? And then it makes it worse. Well, thank you so much for the daily at me. Thank you. It not even gets worse, right? It not even gets worse. Hey, Danny, thank you. Hello, beautiful man or beautiful lady right there on the YouTube. Thank you for subscribing. We're talking about something very important. That question that's been on your mind. How come I'm making so much money, but then I still feel financially stressed? Yeah, that's what we want to talk about, right? And this is not you, by the way. Don't think this is just you or that your friend or that your family. No, it's not just about you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm beautiful. Yes, because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Yes. Danny, thank you so much for that. Subscribe so that you can see more of this beautiful self. Smart in the end and also beautiful in and out. Thank you so much for the follow. In conclusion, said nothing. Oh, wow. Trust me, this is going to be different. In conclusion, it is going to change your financial story. So, because in conclusion, it's going to be way more than that, right? You're going to learn a lot today. All right. So that's so beautiful. All right. And today we will be breaking it down. What exactly? Why do you make so much money? I mean, some decent income. Let's start with the six-figure because that is one thing that is when you say you have six-figure salary, that's when you say that you have arrived. Let's tap out the life. Let's share out the life. Let's tap it out. It doesn't cost you anything. It just costs you your fingers. That is you blessing others to come and learn. They're making good income, right? But then they're still struggling. They're still financially stressed. So you make six-figure income, but then you're struggling. We are still stressed financially. That is because income is not the antidote to wealth, right? Income does not equal wealth. So unlearn what you have learned and relearn today. Income does not equal wealth. So it's a triangle. If all that you do is you take your income and you use it this is what we were taught, right? Take your income and fund lifestyle, right? That's what you were taught. If that's what you're doing, that's why you're struggling. Thank you so much for the roses. But then what then should you do? To be able to change your story is take that income, fund asset, get cash flow, and of course, do have the lifestyle, right? It's a triangle. There's something in between called delayed gratification. Thank you for sharing out the light. Thank you for tapping out the light. Thank you for the Kafari, welcome in. Mickey Gold, welcome in. And for all the people on YouTube, thank you for Thank you for subscribing if you haven't. We try to get to 20 subscribers every time we go live. And for those on TikTok, we try to tap out the live, share out the live so that we can get more people. And today we're talking about why are income earners? Why do they still struggle with their finances? It's because income does not equal wealth. Dr. Fatima, welcome in. If you're just joining, welcome in. Sir Dennis, thank you for that. And we're putting this right here. And Mishi, welcome in. Thank you all for tapping out the live, sharing out and subscribing. So, and if you have not followed, this is because let's now go really into it because this is a very big topic. And let me just ask in the Eve, you're making good income, Do you still feel financially stressed? Or do you think you're okay? Put one if you're still financially stressed, even though you make some decent income, like you make six-figure salary, right? Make 90,000, 80,000. Put one in the comment if you still feel financially stressed, even though you make decent income. Because we just want to talk about put one, except we are, because I still feel stressed. My day job is vice president of technology, and I'm still also a professor, right? Teaching, an adjunct professor, teaching cybersecurity and AI cybersecurity and all of that. I still feel stressed. I mean, I still feel stressed for a couple of years until I figured this out, right? And that's what I want to talk about. So, Moving Silent said, yes, I still feel stressed. Any other person that is in the category of, you are making decent income, but then you still fight. Sadeni said, yes, one. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, any other person, and welcome in Sir Dennis, Dr. Fatima, Gafari, Gregory, Mr. Gregory, Michi, Allward, Andrew, hi, user, welcome all in, and so do you, anybody, at least we have two people confirming, and let's tap out the live. Let's get it to 10,000 quickly. Share the live. Invite your friend, that friend that been complaining and make good money, but then I still feel financial. Andrew, how are you? That you also confirmed that, yeah. But this is really the painful truth. It's the story of so many. It is the way the system is designed. It is not you. It is not your fault. It is just the way the system is designed. Because I am there. I was there until I figured this out. So let's be really, really honest to ourselves. How do you manage your income every month? Where does your money go every month? It's either it goes to bills, the money comes in, then it goes to bills, right? It comes in, if you pay, for the ones that are super smart, you have your 401k, then you leave the money in the account, then you pay the bills, and then poof, it's all gone. Then we do it again. We go back on the horse again and start grinding again for another 30 days. Then the money comes in. It should be the other way around. Yes. It should be the other way around, right? You should make good income and not be financially stressed, right? You should make good income and not be financially stressed. That's because the system taught us one thing, that take your income and pay bills, right? And then go to the field again, do the job, work again for another 30 days or 15 days if you are paid every 15 days. Folash, welcome, every 15 days, right? Go back again and rewind again and do the same thing. And then you do it. I mean, it would be beautiful that you're just doing it for 10 years. Dan Sanders, welcome in. You're doing it for 10 years, right? But guess what? You're doing it for 15 years. You're doing it for 30 years. Not 30 years, 45 whole years. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And we keep doing the same thing, right? That is what is called hamster wheel, right? What are the main reasons why income earners or earners in general, why do they feel financially stuck? And let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. Follow if you have not followed. User, thank you for the follow. Dan Sanders, thank you so much for the follow. IAYT Beat, thank you for welcome in, and everyone that's here. Abdul, welcome in as well. So let's talk about 6 reasons why earners, why they stay broke. At times I say the 6-figure salary, is it a blessing or is an ill blessing? Whatever. Is it a blessing or a curse? Because guess what? The minute you get to, you see that you are very, and please put in the comments if I'm wrong. Before you get to that 6-figure salary, you are more, how do I put it? You are more careful with money. You're more, you don't feel like you have arrived. Tropical Queen, welcome in. You don't feel that you have arrived. You are more diligent with money. You are more careful on how you spend. But the minute you get to $100,000, what happens? Right? First of all, you get all of the credit cards in this. Everybody wants a bit of you. Please put one if you felt this when you got to 6-figure salary. Hey, Tropical Queen, Neil Hop, welcome in. Right? Dan Sanders, thank you for the follow, and everyone joining in, welcome in. Please put one if you felt like this, or was I the only one? Because Minute I got to six-figure salary many years ago, right? It was like the floodgate of all of the credit cards comes up. All of a sudden, that's when I wanted to upgrade my car. The Toyota wasn't working anymore. I needed to get an Audi. And it cannot be Audi A4. It has to be like Audi Q whatever. Or, that's where you want to buy the Mercedes, right? Because it's like your league changes all of a sudden, right? Yes, that's number one big issue. Number one, the first of the six, which is lifestyle inflation. Who has heard that before? Lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation. Because as your income goes up, your expenses also goes up faster. Income is here, expense is here. Or at times, even the expense is more than the income, right? Sometimes when expense is more than the income, because you're having your credit card is even higher. Everything is on credit. To me, welcome in, right? And thank you for tapping out the live, sharing out the live. And we're going to be talking about how to resolve that today, right? Why are our income earners? Why do they not still feel free, right? You're still financially stressed. You still feel behind. That's because one thing, lifestyle inflation. Your income increases, then so is your expense. Let's tap out the live. Can we tap out the live and share out the live? And subscribe on the YouTube as well. How are you all doing? Let me know where you're connecting from. Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. Thank you. So that people would come and learn, so they can fall off the chains and the shackles can be broken today, so they can start building wealth. Remember, income does not equate wealth. Income does not. Let's know that it does not. So, and these are the reasons why you cannot say because your income automatically brings you wealth. Albany, Oregon. Yay, it's so good to have you. Oh, I was in Portland some years ago for a few months. It's really nice there. Yeah, the Nike city, right? That's the Nike Oregon. Right. All right. So, and please share where you're connecting from, what state, what city, and tap out the live, share out the live. Let's get to 5,000, share out the live as well. So, lifestyle inflation is the first thing. And this, I know people don't want to hear it. Your income goes up, your expense follows. You get a pay raise, it also goes up. That's the first thing. Because what you're supposed to do, your expense is supposed to be here. Income goes up. This gap is what is supposed to build you wealth. But if your income is following your expense or is matching up, then there's nothing to build wealth with, right? Nothing to build wealth with. And today is one of the serious days of Dr. Lina where she's teaching, right? Because as part of family or whatever we're doing, we want to make sure, right? We want to ensure that because when you have the money, when you have the peace of mind, we talked about peace wealth, health wealth, money wealth, and time wealth yesterday, right? When you have this wealth, this gap here, that's where you can get financial freedom. When you have this gap here, that wealth here, right? That's when you would have health wealth, right? Because you have extra things, your mental health and all of that will be balanced. Okoliwa, welcome in. When you have this gap, right here, you have money wealth because you have investment. When you have this in here, you will definitely have peace wealth, right? So it helps you to build so you want to make sure that this gap, and this gap is what? Income and expense. It means that if your income is here and your expense is here, you have this that's going to help you build wealth. Right? But when this is closed, that means there's a lifestyle inflation happening. There's a lifestyle creep, right? Because your income, your expense is chasing. At times, it's even higher. So that's why you would see somebody that is a medical doctor, or you see someone earning 500,000 and the person is still not building wealth. Agwai, thank you so much for liking the live and thank you for tapping out the live. Let's tap out the live. Tapping, for those that are new, tapping is just tap the screen non-stop. It doesn't cost you anything. Jerry, welcome in. And if you're loving this, follow. If you find this helpful, get your daily at me as well, right? Get your daily at me, tap out the live, share out the live, and invite your friends over. Sharing out the live means my forehead on the screen. Tap it, push it. That's the only time you're allowed to do that. and then your contact is going to come and you will share, right? We will share. Eden, welcome in. Welcome in, Eden. We're not laughing at you, Eden. So, but make sure that when this gap is wide, the wider this gap is, meaning income, expense, right? Where the wider this gap is, the wider you can create wealth. When this is narrow, that's why number one reason why the high income earners, why they are not, why they are financially stressed. Because if you don't have anything, and you're living paycheck to paycheck, that's when the fear of layoff comes in. Of course, there's always going to be fear of layoff, right? But then you don't have emergency fund. You don't have, you don't have excess. You don't have safety net. Everything is just, the paycheck. You are relying solely on the paycheck. You'd realize that you'll be financially stressed, regardless of how much you earn. Otherwise you will see that the basketballers, all of you would have heard of people making millions of dollars every single month. You've heard them going bankrupt. Queen Loretta, thank you so much for tapping out the live, and thank you all for tapping out the live. Thank you for the follow. So you would have seen, otherwise, when you hear people making $1 million a month, do you ever think that those people should ever go broke? No, they should never go broke if really income equates wealth. But a lot of times the expense is even higher than their income. And then before you know it, they fire. Yes, Andrew said yes. That's why you see that a lot of them, after certain years, they would say they retire at 32 or whatever, and they cannot fund that lifestyle anymore. And that's the same thing with high income earners, right? Be it the same thing that is applicable to the basketballers, the footballers, the boxers. That's the same thing that is applicable to, a normal professional earning 100,000, earning 200,000, right? Somebody that is earning $80,000 and is saving 40,000 or saving 30,000 is richer, is wealthier than somebody that is making 500,000 and the expense is $490,000, because the person with 40,000 that is saving 40,000 and is investing the 40,000. That's why you hear some teachers, and I'm not downgrading our teachers. Our teachers should actually be paid the highest because they build knowledge, right? They are the ones that build every other career. I do not even understand why they're not well paid. But our teachers, you see that they retire. There's so many millionaires when it comes to teachers. What we can practice when we have the low income, we can't do it exactly, right? When you have your own low income, use the same mindset, right? But the thing, and that's why I said, is the 6-figure income, is it a blessing or is it a curse? That's the question. Is it a blessing or is it a curse? Because the minute you get to that 6-figure, it's as if something, just your mindset, it's like, oh, I've arrived. Now I can buy anything. I can afford the whole of Walmart and buy everything single day. Right? Yeah. But unfortunately, you cannot buy it. You cannot even buy a whole hire. Right? So, but that's the thing. Now you think that you can suddenly afford that Mercedes, even though, your entire income is $100,000, the Mercedes is $60,000, and then you still have house rent and all of that. You still have 4 kids, and you still think, okay, because I can pay $700 or $1,000 in car note, I can afford it. More tax, more credit card, contacting. Exactly. And that's the thing. Once you cross that 100,000 threshold, and that's why I asked the question: was it only me? Because I have seen it with clients, I've seen it with myself, I've seen it. It just automatically, you get black card, blue card, green card, yellow card. All of them want to take a piece and a pinch of you. So do not fall into it. So lifestyle creep is number one reason, okay? Number two is the one that even the smartest of all, the ones that are financially savvy, right? They still fall for this. It's no financial system. And we're going to talk a little bit about investing user. Yeah, we're going to, of course, we'll talk a little bit about investing. That's part of the thing. But right now, we're still talking about the 6th reason why our income earners stay broke. So that you can, if you know this, you would avoid it, so that you will not you will not be financially stressed. Let's tap out the live. Let's share the live. Let's share the live. Thank you. Let's tap out the live. Subscribe as well on the YouTube side if you haven't, right? I mean, the reasons why why high income earners, why they stay broke, right? POD, welcome. I mean, Africa, welcome in. And thank you all for tapping out the live, sharing out the live. We try to get to 10,000 taps, and it doesn't cost you anything. Just you press, do this. If you have Go Popular, it costs you 1 coin. Yeah, that would also help this live so that some more people will come to this live. The second thing, no financial system. I always say something, money without a system, it disappears, right? I've talked about, and these are, it might be as simple things as Shelton Puller, welcome in, user welcome in. It might be as simple as things that I call simple. It might be as simple as the 4-account system. Who knows the 4-account system that I talk about? 4-account system that you should have. Put 1 if you know, put 0 if you do not know. Put 1, and if you want, put 1 if you know the 4-account system that you should have, like the 4 accounts that you should have. Because I tell you right now, you only have 1 account. I can tell you, and or you have a 1 account, similar class of account. If you know the 4 accounts, put 1. If you do not know, put 0. If you want to know, just put 1. You want to know the 4 accounts, because no financial system, right? Not having a system. Who wants to know? Put 1 if you want to know the 4 accounts, and I can run through it quickly. Otherwise, if you don't want to know, we can just keep going on. Put 1 if you want to know the 4 accounts that you should have. Okay, Andrew said 1, Anna said 1. Thank you for that. Okay, all right. Okay, user wants to know too. The 4 accounts that you should have, and I beg you, use this method for 3 months and see how it changes your financial story. This is one of the financial system that people get to miss. The first account that you want to have is, you want to have the account that you have right now, which is your income account. Your Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, all those big banks that you have in your local country, right? Mayalistic, thank you for tapping out the live. Thank you for tapping out the live. And everyone, thank you all for tapping out the live, right? And sharing the live. And thank you for subscribing on YouTube, for my YouTube community. Now, the first account is that account that you have, but it doesn't end there. A lot of times you now use that account to do every other thing. No, you don't do that. You have that account, but that account, that your main account that you have right now, that's where your income goes to. I call it your income account. It's a distribution center, right? By the day 4, if your income comes in, if you get your paycheck every 15th, on the 20th, that account should be almost 0. Or it should be like $2, $3 that is left in that account, right? It could be a checking account, it could be savings, it really doesn't matter. But that's where all your income goes to. The second account that you should have, right, is something called your emergency fund account. This is what is going to, this might be part of the reason why you are financially stressed, even though you make good income, right? Because you are always afraid, okay, what happens if I lose this job? What happens if there's a family emergency? Understanding that I live paycheck to paycheck, right? I live paycheck to paycheck. So what happens if you see a child walk behind you, you are already, you have heart palpitation, right? It's not supposed to be like that. That's impacting your health wealth, is impacting your mental health, by the way. So that's why you need to have your emergency fund. What's your emergency fund? 4 things. Your emergency fund is your basic needs, right? And it is your housing, mortgage or rent. The second thing is your food, groceries, clothes, a little bit of clothing and all of that, whatever you call your groceries. Number 3 is your your utilities, electricity, water, gas, all of that comes in. That's it. Those are your bills. And number 4 is your transportation. There's something that takes you from point A to B. Either a bus pass that you use to go and get that income, right? You go for the job, or you're self-employed, whatever you need. Transportation, car notes, gas. Those are the 4 needs. Remember, I did not talk about the shoes. I mean, all those expensive purses. I did not talk about it. Those are not basic needs, because if there's no income, trust me, you will not think of clothes or shoes at that point. But these are the basic needs of life that would keep you going. So this is your emergency fund, right? Emergency fund. And you're going to start with 1 month. 1 month, right? 1 month is what you start with. So let's say all of these four things that I said, let's assume that yours is $3,000, right? Every of those things, your mortgage rent, your transportation, your utilities, and of course your what's the groceries, right? All of that is 3,000 every month. You're going to start with 1 month, right? You don't have to put it one time. If you can, perfect. But if you cannot, split it. Month one, put 1,000. Month two, 1,000, just like that, right? That's the second account that you're opening. Where do you put this money? You're going to be putting it in an high yield savings account. That's the second account you're opening. The first account is your income account. Second account is an high yield savings account. So you start with 1 month, right? 1 month of emergency fund, that's what you put in there. And then inside that account, right, you're going to build it all the way to 6 months, 3 to 6 months, at least at 3 months. Then if you want to push it further, have 6 months. That's it. It gives you peace of mind, right? When it comes to, even if there's a job loss, I mean, we're saying nobody wants to talk about job loss, but 30,000 people were fired in Oracle, 17,000 Spirit Airline. Meta is doing another 7,000 or whatever. Amazon do the same thing. Those are big companies. Those are top S&P 500 companies, but they are laying off every single day. So not even that. There can be health issues. Life can just be lifing for some reasons, right? So you have that, and that would give you what? It will give you some financial peace. Because if, let's say that there's an income loss, you know that you can still have, your family can still be together. You can still pay your rent, and then you have your certification. Then you can put yourself back in the market. If you have to ride Uber, do anything, but you know that you have a safety net. But a lot of times, because we are living paycheck to paycheck, you'd realize that, we don't have this spat, right? We don't have it. But you're automatically funding this account. So your income account is going to fund the next account, which is your higher savings account that has your emergency fund, right? That's the second account. Then the third account that you need to have, right? And we're talking about no financial system. Trust me, a lot of us do not even know what I'm talking about right now. Even me, I did not know up until a few years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago, before I started using this method, right? And then the third account that you should have is so we talked about your bills account and then emergency fund, which is your IU savings. And by the way, IU savings account, you're wondering what that account is. It's your regular bank account, just like this bank account, right? However, this bank account just gives you a higher savings, right? In the United States, it gives you about 3 to 5%. That's what it gives you. Remember, if there's anything you want to learn here, every dollar needs to work. Your money should be working for you. So there's no money that should be sitting somewhere, right? That would not be working. Like when you leave all your paycheck in this one account, right? Your income account, you're getting 0.01%. TY, welcome in. You're getting 0.01%, but inflation is at 3.3%. It means you are losing your money at 3.3%, but you are only getting 0.01 return. TY, thank you so much for the follow. You're only getting, welcome, March 2022, welcome in. It means that you are losing your money every single year at 3.299. That's what you're losing every single year, right? So isn't that in itself, it means that you're losing money even without even doing anything. You're already losing money. So that's part of the reason why you see high income earners are losing money. Your bills account is the same as no, it is not. No, your bills account, your emergency fund account this account is just going to be there for emergency, but it is basically your bills, right? Your basic needs, which I mentioned, those four things: groceries, rent or mortgage, utilities, and transportation, for 3 months to 6 months. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be seated there, but it's going to be generating 3 to 5% in an high yield savings account. So the high yield savings account give you 3 to 5%. Simply go on Google or ChatGPT and check what are the top high yield savings accounts in this is May 2026. You see there. Example, you would see Capital One, 3.3%. So instead of Bank of America that is giving 0.01% on your income account, you're getting 3.3%, which already edges against inflation. Inflation is 3.3%, they're giving 3.3%, so you are not losing any money at all. That's Capital One. There's a Vero that gives you 5%. There is SoFi that gives you 4%. But what money are you going to put in there? You put only your emergency fund. Then you are like, Dr. Lina, so why should I not put more money in there, right? I mean, we now understand that's because you want to be splitting all these accounts. Remember, I said it's 4-account system. 4-account system. Thank you all. Let's tap out the live. Let's tap out the live. If you're finding this very valuable, I know we are all locked in with our pen and paper. Andrew, Mayalistic, Dr. Fatima, Tropical Queen user, J Good Times, Allward, Mr. Gregory, abusing 800 Glenn, Nietzsche, Marobella. Yeah, let's tap out the live. Let's share the live. Don't be the only one that is learning this. Invite your friend, invite that your spouse, right? Invite them, that your children, those your teenagers. I mean, they're in school right now, not the teenager. Yeah, but invite, your adult, young adult. Let them come and learn. Jason, welcome in and tap out the live, share out the live, and let's go on and follow if you haven't followed. So first account is income account. Second account is emergency fund, right? I mean, emergency IU savings account, 3 to 5%, right? And 3 months to 6 months of your income. Start with 1 month and then grow it to 3 months to 6 months, right? For safety net. Then the third account is your so your emergency fund, the third account is your bills account. Now, back to what Andrew is saying. Your bills account is different. The difference between the two, it's your bills. Now, you see the bills that you are having 3 months, 6 months. Now, this is just going to be 1 month. Dr. Sharon, welcome in, right? This is going to be 1 month. I mean, 1 month, because this is going to be, your daily expenses, every single month expenses. That's what it is, right? Every single month, this is going to become 0 at the end of the month because that's where you are paying all of your bills for the month. So emergency fund will be ×3, so this is going to be 1 month. And you are setting auto deduction from your main account, right? Your income account. So that's why I said this is a distribution center. So it's funding, it will fund emergency fund, then fund your bills account. So that 3,000 we said, that 3,000 will now be in your bills account. And these are different accounts. Remember, these are all individual accounts. Thank you for tapping out there. Let's tap out the live. Let's get it to 5,000. Let's get it to 5,000. All right. So, and then the last account. You see, we have talked about all those 3 accounts. Out of all those 3 accounts, nothing here is building wealth, even though there are 3. The last account, which is what I call the wealth account, this is the only one that builds wealth. This is the only one that builds wealth. And that's why I call it the wealth account. And this wealth account is going to be divided into 4. Yeah, you'll be like, oh, it's getting complex. It's not. Some of them you already have it right now, right? Your 401k, that might already even be deducted. I just want to make sure that I call it out. It might have been deducted before it even gets into your income account. Then you have your Roth IRA. Roth IRA is $7,500. Why is Roth IRA important? Roth IRA is a tax advantaged account, right? Someone asked about investing. This is where we're talking about investing. User, this is investing. Mommy V, thank you so much for the follow. Moments with Gab, welcome in, right? This is where we get, this is where you want to build where, remember the gap we talked about earlier, income, expense, right? This is where that wealth is going into. And this is no financial system. That's where it comes. That's no financial system. That's part of the reason why you see the way I set it up right now, you will have financial peace. The pressure will be less once you set it up this way. Do it for 3 months. And then if it doesn't work for you, come to me and tell me it doesn't work. I tell you. As a matter of fact, somebody talked about Kevin Hart doing this, right? Kevin Hart was talking about, I don't know if you know the comedian Kevin Hart, the short guy, that he also talked about it. I've never even heard it, but someone brought it up that he mentioned the same thing, right? He is a multi-millionaire or a millionaire. I don't think he's not a billionaire. Financial literacy, yes. financial literacy. Mommy V said financial literacy. Absolutely. Right? So now this last one, the wealth is the one that actually, this is the wealth account. You have 401k. You have your Roth IRA. It's a tax advantage account. Now, these two are for your future, your retirement. So if your plan is you are waiting on Social Security, unfortunately, let me tell you, it might not be available at that time, right? The other one is you might also not have uh which one again, user? You said please repeat what, right? Repeat what? Oh, IUL. We don't talk about IUL here because it's always a disaster, right? It's always a disaster. Yeah, there's too much controversy around IUL. The accounts. Okay, I'll go back again. Let me finish up with the last account, which is the wealth account. Yeah. Let me finish up with the last account. Your 401k, right? Then the second account, your Roth IRA, it is for your retirement. If you think that Social Security will be available, unfortunately, Social Security might not be available at your own, at old age. And you want to also think that Gigi, welcome in. And the second thing is that if you think that your children are going to be your retirement plan, yeah, they said, even the Bible says a wise man or a wise man leave inheritance for his children and his children's children. They will give you, it will be on top of it. It's a blessing. We all want to eat the fruit of our labor, but they're not your retirement plan, right? They're not, right? So have your 401k, right? And then Roth IRA. Roth IRA is a tax advantaged account, and they are both for your future, for your retirement, right? For your retirement. So what do I mean by it's a tax advantage account? It is because, it's Roth IRA, it's taxed at the source, at the point when you're putting the money in. The Roth 401k is not taxed. It's going to be taxed later when you want to take the money out. Here, if the money grows from 100,000, you put 100,000, it becomes 1 million. And in all honesty, it grows to 1 million based on compounding, right? Just put it in S&P 500. It grows. It gets to 1 million. You get your $1 million because there's not going to be capital gain taxes on it. This one, 401k, if you put 100,000, right? Because it was not taxed at the source, your 100,000 was not taxed at the source. If your 100,000 becomes 1 million, you are going to pay capital gain tax at your tax bracket. So your 100, your 1 million will become 800,000. So at the end of the whole thing, you realize that you paid less taxes here. But there's the limit to what you put in. You can put in 7,500 every single year. So you want to take advantage of it as much as possible. Roth IRA. Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. Thank you all for tapping out the live. Follow if you haven't followed. And if you have been here sitting and you find this very helpful, I do this. I try to do every day. And of course, I try to do this every day. You don't want to miss this. Get your daily admin. Turn on the notification bell. Follow here and also on YouTube as well, because I have amazing quality resources, long form videos that's going to help you. So it's Money Talk with Dr. Lina right there. So that's the second account, right? Roth IRA. You 7,500 every single year. That's $625 every month, and that is $312.50 every single paycheck if you are paid every 2 weeks, right? So you have the data right there. That's like less than $20 a day. So your lunch, nobody should give me the excuse that, oh, I don't have that money. Your lunch, right? And you don't have to get the entire 7,500. Get whatever thing that you can put. If it's just $100, it's better than doing nothing, right? So that's the other account. Then the third wealth account that you will have is something called HSA. And as a matter of fact, a lot of people do not even do this at all, or we don't even know about it. HSA is not IU savings account. It's not HYSA. IU savings account is your emergency fund. HSA is your health savings account. So if you have your health insurance with your employer, there's high deductible, you will be able to qualify for it. This is triple advantage taxed account. It is for your health, so medication. You want to have this for old age as well. You can use it now. You can use it for copay. You can it is not taxed when you're putting it in. It's going to grow because it's been invested. And then when you're taking it out, it is not still being taxed. So it's triple advantage, account. And if everybody knows that, you will need, your health, whatever, at any point in time. Let's tap out the life. Let's get to 5,000. I know we are locked in, right? Tapping out the life, just touch the screen, right? Touch the screen. And the last one, which remember all of these ones that I've been talking about. Thank you for tapping out the life. Thank you for sharing out the life as well. Remember, all these ones that I've been talking about is either is related to your health, is either is related to your future. Do you get it outside of work? I don't know. I don't think so, but let me look into it. Where do I open the health savings account? I think it's with your employer, because when I got mine, it was with my employer, right? I deductible, and then you get the account. If anybody knows, please put it here. But I would research as well and bring it back. So you want to be back tomorrow, you want to get your daily admin, turn on the notification, follow, so that we can talk about this HSA thing. But you should have it. You should have it. I have it, right? But check with your employer, and yeah, what happens if you leave the job? It's with you. It's just like your 401k. It's your 401k. It's not for the job. It's with you. It's yeah, it's just like 401k. But it's not even like 401k, because this one stays with you, is with your name and all of that. 401k, you have to roll over, right? Or transfer or whatever, right? But this one is, I have the card right now. I can use it, even though I've moved from employer to employer. It's more tied to you as an individual, right? Even if you move from one job. So I've moved from one job. What if I'm self-employed? Can you check it up? But I will check it up and I will talk about it tomorrow. Let's do that, right? Let's do that. Because I think there's a lot of, and that's why I said a lot of people don't even talk about this HSA. But that's the third account that you need to have, right? Or if anybody can check it, and we can definitely, but I have it. And automatically, when I went to another employer and I had deductible, they just put the same information. The minute I put my social security, they put the same information, and boom, it was right there, right? But I want to believe that you should be able to do it as well, right? Motherland, welcome in, welcome in. And let's tap out the live, let's share it. And then the last account, now we're talking about the 4-account system, the last wealth account that you should have. Ineka, welcome in, right? The last wealth account that you should have. This is as much as these ones are important, this is for your present. This is how you grow your wealth. Thank you for the follow, Ineka, right? This is the one that helps you to build your wealth. The other ones are for the future, they're for your health, they're tight. But this one, you can spend before 59 and a half, and it's your brokerage account. This is the one that you manage yourself. You put money in, and here we'll talk about ETF. We talk about investing, smart investing. I do not do all of those penny stuff, because I lost close to $100,000 about 6 years ago. So I don't do that. I teach smart investing strategy that multimillionaires and billionaires get to use. That's what I teach. And that's what, it's worked for me. It's giving me hundreds of thousands of dollars, and versus the other one where I lost money. So I know how to invest now and how not to invest. All right. So that's the 4 wealth accounts. So for the purpose of those that are just joining, who just wants me to repeat the 4 accounts that you need to have? Put 1, gold buy now. Yeah, we don't do that. Coin FX trader, we don't do that here. Welcome in, right? Welcome in. But follow so that you can learn a strategy of smart investing. You want me to repeat it? If you just joined the 4-account system, where did you lose money? In options trading, in day trading, and of course penny stocks. Those 3. The 3 those are 3 of you want to lose money fast in the stock market, do those 3. Yeah. But people that know it understand it. The people that make money, most of the time they do it full time. Right? But if I'm busy like myself, like I said, I'm a vice president of technology, I'm a professor, I'm a mom, and run family, run a business, run a double-digit real estate portfolio. So it's like I can't, right? So it's so easy. I do things that would give me peace of mind, lack of stress. I don't want to add additional stress to my already cup that is full. So the 4 accounts, and I'll just repeat it quickly so that we go to the next 6 reasons. The number 3rd reason why our income earners stay broke. The number 1 account that you should have so that you can have your financial system. One is your Adeyemi, welcome in. One is your income account where all your money is, right? But it's a distribution center. By 2 days or 3 days after, you should have distributed money to the other accounts and it should be close to zero, right? Number two is your emergency fund, having your safety net, 3 to 6 months of your expenses, right in there. And it's in an IE savings account, giving you 3 to 5%. Then your third account is your bills account. So that bill, right, 1 month of it, right, this one will become zero because it pays your rent, pays everything. A lot of time attach it to a credit card so that you can also have some safety, right? But be very disciplined. Use the credit card like a debit card. So if the money is not in the account, you're not using the credit card, you're not swiping. And then the last account is the wealth account. Yakita Beauty, welcome in, right? The last account is your wealth account, and that last account is divided into four. You have your 401k managed by your employer. You have Roth IRA, which is tax advantage retirement account. You have your HSA, which is triple tax advantage health savings account. And then you have your last account, which is the wealth, which is your brokerage account, where you are basically doing smart investing, buy ETF. You are growing this, you put it in an S&P 500, grow your money double your money every 5 years, every 6 years, based on compounding. Then you take the money and you start, build your capital to start buying your businesses and real estate, right? That's the flow right there. All right, so that's a financial system. That's one of the other financial system. Like, there are other things that you need to have, like trust, LLC, all of those kind of things, but have a structure. That's like the basic, you want to take something out of this, because I always want to give value. That is number one, right? That you can take with you. And thank you for tapping out the light. Can we get it to 5,000, right? Did we find that valuable? Index fund is different from brokerage fund. Index account. What is index account? Do you mean that index account? Are you saying, oh, Fit Rosa, welcome in. How are you? My super fan in the house. Welcome in. Yeah, and thank you for tapping out the light. So index, you are buying your index, funds or ETF, if that's what you mean. If you're saying index fund, right? Index account is index fund, right? ETF. You are buying it in the brokerage, right? Brokerage account houses your index funds. It houses your ETF. Index funds and ETF is the same. Potato. Index fund is you trading during the day. Thank you for tapping out the live, Fit Rosie. Yeah, thank you for the daily at me, right? I hope. So basically, Ineka, thank you for sharing the light. Thank you for tapping out the light. Your brokerage for account, right? You can call it index account as well, right? It's just your investment account. You said 4 investment account. Yes, 4 investment account. One is 401k, which is your retirement. Second is your Roth IRA. It's also retirement. One is tax advantage, one is not. Third is your HSA. Now the last one is the brokerage account. This brokerage account is for now. Roth IRA, 401k, if you take the money before, if you take the money before, your brokerage account is the fourth brokerage account. The difference, the 401k, both all of this, see, Roth IRA and 401k, they are all investment accounts, right? But the first two, 401k and Roth IRA, is for after 59 and a half. That's when you can take it. Otherwise, you get penalized. And if you're in Canada, that's your TFSA. Roth IRA is TFSA. In the UK, that is ISA, right? Something of that nature. Your retirement. And if you're in Africa, your retirement funds, right? All those Stanbic, IBTC, whatever funds it's called. And then the last one, what I'm now saying is the brokerage account, that's the one you can spend now. Although it's going to be tax capital gain, right? But then you can spend it now. Fitrosi, thank you for tapping out the live, right? And sharing out the live. Leroy, welcome in, right? So does that make sense now? So, but inside your brokerage account of today, in your Roth IRA, you can also buy index funds. You can buy ETF. You can buy in your 401k, although your employer is going to manage that. You got it. Okay, perfect. Great. Sincerely, oh wow. welcome in. I couldn't say that. ASS. Yeah. Then the third thing, so the first thing, 6 reasons why I earners stay broke. One, lifestyle inflation. Two, no financial system. And we talked about the 4 account structure that you should have. And then the next one is saving, not investing. See, it's very, very linked together. Savings, not investing. Let's tap out the life. Thank you for tapping out the life. Non-stop tapping is just this. Tapping is just sharing, and sharing is caring. Tapping is showing love, right? Right? If you love what we do here and you're learning, then tap out the life. Get your daily at me. Gift at the look at the gift gallery. I don't even think if I have any, but look there and just get something right there. And get go populars as well, so some other people can come into this place as well, right? So, and follow if you haven't followed. Follow if you haven't followed, because except you don't love what we're doing here and you don't want to learn. Yeah, saving but not investing. That's the other big thing. A lot of time you'd see that where do I open a brokerage account? You can open a brokerage account, Fidelity, Schwab's, right? And we're going to take a day where we talk about everything investing. As a matter of fact, if you want to go deep, there is if you go on my page, you would see the link where you can actually go and learn this how to smart investing, everything, whatever thing I'm talking about. But where? Fidelity, Schwab's, Ameritrade. There's so many of them. Robinhood, Wealth Simple in Canada, Trading 212 in the UK. I don't know which country you are in. Bamboo in Nigeria, in Africa, Stanbic IBTC, all of those kind of, yeah. Ameritrade is here in the US as well. Robinhood. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. A whole galaxy. Come on, Fit Rosie. Come on. I need to do that again. And again. I come from a place where I am grateful. I show gratitude. That's the way I'm trained. I'm trained to say thank you. Yeah. Even Jesus said that what? It says that I healed many lepers who came back, right? So thank you so much, Fit Rosie. And everyone tapping out the live, commenting, sharing. Use that. Yours is Wealth Simple. It's Wealth Simple in Canada. At least that's one. Wealth Simple in Canada. And you want to know everything about invest. Beginning to the end, it's a whole long discussion, right? Go on the link in my bio and you'll find it right there. It's called the Smart Investing Workshop, how to invest, turn your income into wealth, right? That's what that is. Thank you so much for that. And thank you all for tapping out the live, sharing out the live. Thank you for the follow. If you haven't followed, I don't know the reason why you're not, because you are going to learn way more. And if you haven't subscribed on the YouTube channel, my YouTube community, subscribe. We try to get to 20 subscribers every single time. But I'm so super glad that you guys are here and you're learning. Happy that you're trusting whatever I'm saying. All right, saving but not investing. A lot of time you see that. Dr. Fatima, thank you so much for sharing the light. Thank you. Welcome in. Awesome. So saving but not investing. A lot of time people you remember the account that we talked about? People only have, most of the time, they only have the 401k because they are forced to do it and they have the income account. That's it. But you need to intentionally invest and you need to be disciplined about investing. Your bank account will not make you wealthy, unfortunately, right? Your bank account, your salary, that salary would not make you wealthy. What makes you wealthy is what? Is what you do with that money. Remember, we said this, right? You're taking your income, fund some of it with your lifestyle, right? And take some of it to invest. When you invest, you get cash flow. That cash flow now fund the lifestyle. Something in between called delayed gratification. This is it, delayed. It is called investing. Investing. If you start investing $100 from the age of 20 to 65, you would have over $1 million. There's something called power of compounding. As a matter of fact, and I will just touch about briefly on investing. How do you invest, right? There are different ways. 2 or 3 investing pillars that I talk about here. I always say start from with your income, then goes to smart investing, then real estate, and it comes to business. So the first kind of investing, which is smart investing that anybody can do, you can start with $1. And thank you for tapping out the live. Start with $1 as of today, right? But the only thing is that being consistent. You're doing the same thing over and over again like a clockwork. Is open your I mentioned the accounts earlier, right? Fidelity, Schwab's, or Schwab or Vanguard. Any of those. Robinhood is there. Webull, Ameritrade in the US, Wealthsimple in Canada, Trading 212 in the in the UK, Stanbic IBTC, Bamboo, Investment One. Those are different investment houses in Nigeria, in Africa in general. So Stanbic IBTC is everywhere, and I believe they're in UAE as well. Now, when you open that account, you are going to be opening a brokerage account, right? Just you'd see it right there, brokerage account. You would, when you open the brokerage account, you're buying yes, that's also a good one. Quest Trade. We have quite a number of them. Quite a number of them. As a matter of fact, if you go through that training, you would see we have the all long list, way more than what we have for all of the different concepts. Farah, welcome in. And thank you so much for the daily admin. Welcome in. And thank you all for tapping out the live, sharing out the live. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for doing that. So think about it. So once you have, and really appreciate everyone, it means that I love you when I do this, right? It means that I love you. It's different from this triangle is, that is the wealth triangle, right? Two different things. Awesome. Thank you for tapping out the live, sharing the live. So think about it. You now have you want to open that account, right? And since we're saying that saving but not investing, right, is different from the account. We've mentioned the account. Oh, thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah. And awesome. Great. So Sephora, put a comment in there, and Fitzroy, please put a comment. Let me pin you all for that, and every other person that is given, that is all tapping the live, put a comment as well. Let's pin people for 1 minute, and we just connect with each other. Let's make it more fun, right? Instead of just teaching, right? Let me also be a little bit of TikToker today. Awesome. So think about it. Once you have that account opened, right? Once you have that account opened, right? The next thing that you want to do is you want to start investing. Don't just open the account. You want to start investing. What are you investing in? I talk about smart investing here. Like I said, I have lost money in the stock market, over 99,000 specifically, right? And Belle, welcome in. How are you? Thank you for tapping out the live, right? I am Maybell. Okay. So once you open that account, right, and then you buy something called ETF, right? ETF is exchange traded funds, and that's how you invest. You can start with $1. Instead of you buying individual stock, you are buying a lot of stocks, right? You're buying a lot of stocks. So for instance, you can buy W Shibis, welcome in. Instead of you buying one, I'm a novice sitting in the classroom collecting info. Oh, okay. Yes. So Fitzroy, yeah, now you are no longer a novice, yeah, right? Because by the time you're done, you will no longer be a novice, because and you're always here. I see you. Now you're learning a lot. So once you open that account, right, the next thing that you want to do is you're buying something called ETF. ETF is exchange traded funds. And we're going to spend a whole day talking about, because these in June, we'll be having the Wealth Building Academy. And we're going to be talking about the different pillars, from real estate to how you can increase your income. So you don't want to miss that. We'll be putting it out very soon, and you can start registering for it. As a matter of fact, I think we already have it in there. You can start registering for it. It's free, but registration is required. It's June 6th. So you can start registering for it. I'll show you the link later. But then once you have the what's it called? One ETF is exchange traded fund. It's a basket of stocks, right? And I'll give you one, like an S&P 500 S&P 500 is the top 500 companies in the United States. ETF is, think about it. When you buy a stock is a 50-50 chance. You can lose money or you can gain money. So the stock can grow, or it can go down. As a matter of fact, we heard what happened with Canva, right? Canva was recently asked. Canva is what they use for, the people in the educational field. Canva is what they use, or you have kids, or Canva is what they use in logging in kids' results, education, their grades and all of that. And it was recently, hacked. You know what that means? If it's in the stock market, I don't think if it's publicly traded, let's assume it's a publicly traded company. That's a major vulnerability. That is data breach. That is, that's going to bring down the stock of that company. Recently we heard that Amazon has its own, logistic line right now. And guess what? UPS, DHL, all of them, they lost 9% in terms of the value of the stock. All right. So that's what can happen. You cannot believe what's going to happen, right? You cannot. But when you buy multiple stocks with ETF, you're not buying, whenever you spend out your $1, $100, 100,000, you're not just buying one stock, you're buying multiple stocks. Let's tap out the life. Let's share out the life. Thank you all for doing that. We're not buying one stock, you're buying multiple, a whole basket. So think about it. You're having Amazon is whenever you buy one, when you're buying Amazon, you're buying Apple, you're buying Nvidia, you're buying Coca-Cola, you're buying Procter & Gamble, you're buying the top 500 companies at point in time. What does point in time mean? It means that these companies have been, they are the best of the best of the best in the United States. And they are being reviewed every single quarter. So it means that if you fall to 501 next quarter, you're out of the top 500. So it means that these are companies that you know that for sure, you are good. And if one of them, for whatever reason, it goes down, you still have 499. If 10 goes down, you still have, and it's diversity, because diverse sector, you have oil and gas in there, you have, you have technology, all of that. Top 500 is the best of the best. That's S&P 500. And why? And this is when they ask this, they call him the Lord of Investing. So you want to learn from him. They call him Warren Buffett. He's successful when it comes to investing. When they asked him, he said, just simply put your money there, right? Why? Why did he say you should put your money there? Why does the multi-millionaire, when you check them, that's where they put their money? When they ask why do they put their money there? That's because, yes, it might not double your money overnight. They are not after money doubling, but it is the consistency, it's the trend. It has returned close to, for the past 10 years, it has consistently returned between 14 to 15%. Last year, it returned 18%. It means that if you had 10,000, your money would have been 11,800. If you have 100,000, your money would have been how much? You would have gotten 18,000 on your money, just like that. Versus when it's, and I'm trying to put put the charges. Sorry about that. It means that you would have gotten, 15. You would have gotten versus your bank. Versus how do you select the right ETF? Yeah, so yeah, versus your regular. Oh, thank you so much for the top follow. Thank you for sharing out the live. Yeah, Christy baby personal shopper, welcome in. How are you? Good evening. I'm new here. Richard, welcome in. We're talking about why are earners, why do they, why they broke, and we're on third one, and we're talking about how to invest, because investing is one of the, thank you so much for the daily admin. Investing is one of the reasons, lack of investing, just putting your money in the bank. That's one of the reasons, right? We're talking about investing right now. So you're just joining. Just stick around. I'll be back tomorrow. We are always talking about how you grow your wealth, basically. And you're just meeting me. I'm Dr. Lina, doctor of business, helping you to turn your 9-to-5 income into real wealth. I myself am a serial investor as well. So basically, I'm just teaching. Oh, you love my program. Oh, thank you. Be back. We have Wealth Building Academy. Every single month, we are having a program just so you can learn, and it's free for you to come learn, right? How to build your wealth. Thank you so much for the follow, Doris Maduka. So you have your open account. One of the accounts that you can actually, one of the S&P 500 that you can have is, I'll give you one today, VOO, SPY, right? Those are S&P 500. There are three of them, right? S&P 500, IVV, and VOO. There's not, all of them have returned almost the same thing. The fee is low. They have been consistent. In the past 30 to 40 years, they've returned 8 to 12%. In the past 10 years, it's returned 14 to 15%. So it means that averagely, right? Think about it's average, right? Average. And thank you all for tapping out the light. It's average. So VOO. Can somebody put it in the comment? User, can you put it in the comment? VOO SPY IVV, right? They are all the same thing. TikTok about welcome in, Alvin, welcome in, and thank you for sharing the live. They are all the same thing, right? VOO, yes, IVV. And I'll tell you the difference. Then there's SPY. Thank you, Andrew. Can someone put it together so that I can pin it up there? IVV, VOO, SPY. Those are the track, the track. Can you put it together in one line so I can pin it there for anyone coming? There are just, and there's so many of them. There's so many of them. Think about ETF as a basket of stock. Perfect, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Let me do that. Yeah. So VOO, SPY, IVV, those three, right? Right there. Those attract top 500 companies. But all of them are different. Let me tell you, whenever you hear about exchange traded funds, ETF, it's just, don't let anybody deceive you and collect money from you. It's just basket of stocks, individual stock versus stocks, different stocks. It could be S&P 100. It could be S&P 1000. It could be a basket of gold, right? Different kind of gold. It could be the basket of, there's ETF for cryptocurrency. There's ETF for gold. There's the ETF for energy. There's the ETF. Now there's that ETF for, you can buy the ETF for the entire US stock market, which is, that's VTI, right? You can buy the entire you can buy the entire ETF for the international market. I think that's the, you can buy, what's that one? You can buy the global market, VOOG. So it's just a basket of so many stocks. Right now, I put this one because as part of the training that I did, or as part of our course that you will find in my link in the bio, and I'll show you, right? You would find I had a whole long list based on their rating. But VOO, you see this one, it's across all boards. When they say the leaderboard, where the multi-million, where did they put their money? You will find them there. In the past 10 years, which one has returned consistently? You will find them there. Use this platform to check it. It's top on the list. So that's it. It might not return as much. There's something called IQQQ as well. There's something called, there are different types. There is the one for real estate, which is REIT. So there's so many of them. It's just about who manages it. So the fund manager, so the difference again, like you see the SPY, the IVV, they all track the S&P 500. It means the fund that is there is the same, top 500 companies. But the only differences between them is that SPY is, the fund manager is State Street. VOO is Vanguard. IVV is BlackRock. They are the ones that manages it. The other thing is that the fees. One is 0.02. I think VOO is 0.02. IVV is 0.02. SPY is 0.05, which is pretty minute. They return maybe 17.9. One is 18.1. 18. They return the same thing. So any one of it is good. Anyone is good. All right. So that's one. So open your account and buy one of this. But you want to know more and all of that, go on my page. You would see it, nestyou.me, and go to the store. You would see the Smart Investing. It's a whole course that you would learn how to start investing, including all of the, the bouquet. No, what do they call it? The banquet, like the entry, the entire flow of the different ETFs that you can choose from. The entire ETF you can choose from. All right. And let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. Can we tap out the live? Let's share out the live. I know we are all locked in. Let's share out the live. Let's tap out. You type what? You said please type. I'm not sure what you mean by that, user. Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. And thank you. And if you haven't followed, now is your cue to follow. Now is I know we are all locked in. So the third thing is savings, not investing. So if you are just investing, you are getting 0.01. And as simple as the S&P 500, as simple, like I said, as easy as it is, like I described, it gives you 14%, 15% in the past 10 years, averagely. So that's what it means. Last year, it gave 18%. I would rather take 18% or 14% or even 10% over 0.01%. Do these eat pay monthly? There's the dividends. If you want cash flow, that's a dividend ETF. I can give you one like SCHD. That gives you cash flow every single. So you don't have to sell it, but it will give you cash flow. That's SCHD. That's another ETF. It houses the top 100 dividend paying companies. Companies like Procter and Gamble, Johnson and Johnson, Dividend Kings, companies that have been paying dividends for the past 100 years. I know that. Why? How do I know that one of them at least has paid dividends for the past 100 years? I know Procter and Gamble because I did 8 years in Procter and Gamble. Yeah, I did 8 years, so I know they have paid dividend consistently. I even have individual stocks. That's one of the only individual stocks that I have, right? So savings but not investing. Unfortunately, your savings, if you are just saving, you will not build wealth. Unfortunately, sorry. All right. So the next thing, why do I earners? Oh, Paul, welcome in. Welcome in. You know, why do I earners? Why do they not? Why do they stay broke? Why are they financially stressed? Above 60, because you should be having some peace. Lifestyle inflation, no financial system, savings not invested. And I will go to the fourth one, which is one income stream. One income stream. Unfortunately, one income stream. Olani, the pastor, welcome in. Thank you for tapping out the live. And let's tap out the live. Let's get it to 10,000 quickly. Let's get it to 10,000 quickly. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing that. And sharing the live, right? One income is close to no income, unfortunately. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's what all of us are doing. Yeah, even though we all know, right? Even though we all know. Yeah, we all know, right? We all know that, one income stream, because guess what? I mean, we know that we are praying to God. Yes, I believe so much in God. I trust God completely to keep my job. But guess what? The employer too is trusting the same God, right, to make profit. So if the employer is not making profit and you are praying, right, there's a conflict. Which one is God going to hear? Yeah, so we're confusing God. So the thing about it, the reality of it is that one income is close to no income, right? So you want to, as a matter of fact, you have Adonai, welcome in, right? As a matter of fact, you have one income, right? Remember, you have your emergency fund. Once you have that, you have peace of mind. Then you want to put another level to it, right? You have your investing, right? So that's another stream of income. User asked earlier, which one gives money monthly? That is dividends, right? But then on top of Twiwi, thank you so much for tapping out the live. Thank you for sharing out the live. Let's get to 10,000 quickly. Let's power tap. As well. Let's power tap. Let's share the live and power tap. Now, so you want to have, what are the side gigs? What are the other things that you can do? You're increasing your income, but always put some of that income. Remember that your wealth, where do you put them? You put it towards investing. Please, the monthly SCHD was what I said. SCHD. You want to learn everything about smart investing. Don't do it blindly. Go on my page. You would see the link right there, nextyou.me. You'll see Smart Investing Workshop. It's going to guide you on everything that you need to start to finish, right? Automation, all of those kind of things that you need, you would find it there. But SCHD, for the one that is monthly, SCHD. Now, the other one, and let's keep tapping out the live. Thank you so much for doing that. Remember, we said that income, you start with income, expense. This gap that you have here, that's what is going to help you. It could help you to have that, other streams of income. This gap you have here will help you get that extra stream of income. So if you invest in smart investing was one. So when you do smart investing, right, the ETF that I talked about, you are using it to build capital, right? You now use that money. You don't still let it stay there, right? Because it helps you that you are diversifying your portfolio, investing in multiple stocks, right? Yes, that's correct. That is correct. Thank you, Ambel, for putting that there. And I would, if only can help allow me pin it. Okay, perfect. Now, the next thing that you want to do, right, is, what was I going to say? The next thing is, once you start building your ETF, so because you are thinking, right, and remember, I gave the emergency fund, right? You get to 3 months, you get to 6 months. So what happens? You have already started building your ETF, it's now becoming 50,000, 30,000. It's a lot of money now. It doesn't stay there. Number, welcome in. Welcome in. You don't want to stay there. You want to now diversify. In everything that you want to do, you want to ensure that you diversify. Diversification is key, right? So, and that's going to help you to have multiple stream of income, because when you have multiple stream of income is also diversification. Because if you put your egg in one basket, right, it could all fall off. That's the same way you're not going to. Official Rihanna, welcome in, right? Is that Rihanna? Yeah. Dara, welcome in. Oh, I mean the other one. Yeah. So think about it and follow. If you haven't, tap out the live, share out the live, get your daily admin. Sunshine, welcome in. Alonzi, welcome in, and everyone coming in. We're talking about why do our income earners, why do they feel stuck when it comes to their income? Why, right? And we're on point number 4 right now. So I'll go back on it later, but we're on one income stream equals no income. I mean, it's close to no income, right? So you are saving your money. Remember, it's a flow. The goal is financial freedom, right? It's a flow. You start with that income, you're saving, you put some of them in investing, right? Smart investing, ETF we talked about. Then you diversify. Once the money, you have capital, go into real estate. Personally, I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio, right? And so I can tell you, you enjoy tax benefit from there. Would you suggest tackling debt before doing emergency fund? I would say 1 month emergency fund, right? It's not off topic, right? It's under, you see, the no financial system, right? Andrew, no financial system. So you made sure, you first of all start your 1 month emergency fund. That's a very, very good question. Very good question, right? But I will take it back. We might not be, because I'll soon be wrapping up now. But let me tackle those questions, since we already talked about no financial system. So, and you brought it up. The first thing that you want to do, that income, have your 1 month emergency fund. And for everybody that just joined in, welcome in. Carl Harrison, welcome in. We're talking about why people are financially stuck. Follow if you haven't followed. And Dr. Lina, help you turn your 9 to 5 income into real wealth. That's what and today, you want to learn everything about how to turn your income into real wealth, because income is not wealth, right? It's not, right? So, so you have your income. Taya, welcome in. You have your income, right? Then the second thing, subscribe on the YouTube channel from my YouTube community. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Let me know where you are connecting from as well. So you have your income, the first thing. Then you have your 1 month emergency fund. Then next is your what's it called? Your debt. High interest debt. Any debt that is above 10%, right? It means your mortgage and your car note is the only thing that is left. Let's tap out the live. Thank you. Let's tap out the live. I know we are all locked in. This happens every time when we're teaching, but then when we share the live, you tap out the live. Robo 2, welcome. Let's tap out the live, share out the live. And Bell, thank you. And every other person tapping out the live. Twig, thank you so much for that. And follow if you haven't. Larry, welcome in. Thank you all for doing that. Let's get it. Let's move in. We are wrapping up shortly. So can we get it to 20,000? That would be absolutely amazing. Thank you for power sharing and power tapping. So the second thing is your debt that is above 10%. Anything. So you only have mortgage and car. That's credit card. You're paying it off before we even start doing any other thing. Then you will push it. Once you pay off those debts, then you now go to the high interest, to your 3 to 6 months emergency in an IU savings account. Then you will now move to your investing. After that is going to be investing. So you don't have any business in investing until you have taken care of, your emergency fund, those debts, right? Right. I know. Yeah, Dr. Lina is like that. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. But it's okay. But at least those are errors people make, and you will not make that mistake, and you see that it's working for you. Yeah. All right. And Opal did bought the 2 more ETF today. Yeah. Opal was one of the people in our smart investing workshop. Yes, I am glad. And it started from zero. You want to learn about how to smart invest and all of that, you would find the link in my bio. Just go in there, nestu.me / Money Talk with Dr. Lina. You find it right there and you'll learn how to invest smartly, right? Opal, I am so proud of you. Keep up the good work. Make sure you set up the automation. Do not forget to do that. Super, super proud of you. Yes, those are the good news I want to be hearing. All right, so one income stream. Now, smart investing is one way, it's another income stream because you can start having dividends. Now I have VOO, QQQ, SCHD. That's my man. Yay! I don't know if you're a man or a woman, so but my man, or you sound like a man. But congratulations, I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of when we do all of this kind of teaching, and these are the value. These are the value that I want to know that okay, we are adding value, right? Financial literacy, and please, okay, you're a woman. That is my girl, right? You're a woman, and that's what we do, right? That's what we do, right? Now you are all on your way to building wealth consistently, right? Automation is key. So, what was the next thing that I was going to say? So you set up, so one, smart investing is one. Then once you have the capital, then you buy real estate. I said real estate. Opal, you need to start doing that. Real estate is the next thing. Once you build your capital, if you are a first-time homeowner, FHA loan with less than $12,000, right? $12,000, you can buy your first home using FHA loan. All you need is 3 to 5%. Using FHA or conventional loan, right? You can buy, you can ask, live in there, rent some of the part of the governor. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, you can rent some part of the house, right? And live in part of the house, buy twin duplex, live in one and rent out one. And of course, live there for 2 years, move after 2 years, go and do it again, replicate it again. That's how wealth is built. That is how wealth is built. And that's another stream of income. Now think about it. You have smart investing, buying ETF. You have, because you now have dividends, right? Now you have another stream of income, which is now real estate. Real estate is, especially if you're high income earner, right? High income earner, you are paying a lot in taxes. If you are earning, especially once you 150,000 and above or 120,000, you are paying. Once you fall into 26% bracket, you are paying a lot. A friend of mine was paying $70,000 as taxes, not the one that they are removing when she files tax. And then she bought property one of the years. After she got frustrated, guess what she did? Bought 2 properties in a whole year, bought it cash. So that gives you the kind of idea of money she was making, right? Bought the 2 houses cash, and then guess what? The next year, even though she made more money, she did not, her taxes was less than $10,000 or a little bit above, around $10,000. That's what real estate does for you. With real estate, you have cash flow, you have equity, you have, you use other people's money, beautiful leverage right there, right? With 12,000, you can own a home of 250,000. That's real estate for you. Like you can use other people's money, right? You use the bank money, you use IRS money, you use, as a matter of fact, I'm getting over 20,000 back from IRS. That's with a vice president's role, income, and plus a professor role, income, right? So that tells you. But then because I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio, that explains the reason why I'm getting that much back, which I could even get some more. And as a matter of fact, so I give you some example of things that you can claim as taxes, right? All those interest that you think that, oh, the interest is too high, it's 7%, that's why I'm not buying. You can claim it. You claim it as deduction. HOA, you claim it as deduction. And this is investment, right? Investment property. Fixing of Auntie B, thank you for the follow. Thank you for sharing out the live, tapping out the live. You will claim it as taxes. If you go and you want to learn everything about real estate, and you can, and 90 days is all that it takes you to buy real estate. 90 days, right? You want to learn how to buy your real estate in 90 days. Go on the link in my bio. It's nestu.me / Money Talk with Dr. Lina. You would find how to buy real estate in 90 days. How to buy it in 90 days, the exact blueprint. Not just that, how to identify real, a good deal because you don't know how to get it. What are the financing options, right? What is real estate as a business? How can you 10x your money? Because a lot of times we just think, okay, I can only rent to a tenant for a whole year. There's way more. You can do group home. You can do Airbnb, you can do short-term rental. Those are ways you can 10x your money with real estate. And then, you are worried, oh, my tenant is going to turn me to house. I'll be cleaning the toilet and changing the bulb. How you manage a tenant? Property management. Remember, I said own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. That is me diversifying my portfolio. That is me ensuring that, okay, if my VP job is not there tomorrow, if I have my professor job, right? Lecturing. If that one is not there tomorrow, I have my real estate as a backup. If that is not there tomorrow, I have my smart investing is there. And then the other part is businesses, laundromat. Who says you cannot buy McDonald's? Who says you should only be eating fries in McDonald's? You like that they are fries. Why not buy it? Or you think that the people that are buying it, you think the people that own McDonald's, you think that McDonald's and all of those, you think, yes, steady Section 8 tenants, that's it. G-Rock, welcome in, welcome in. You think all of those people that owns McDonald's, right? All of those that own, you think they have 3 heads? No, they are individuals. You'll be surprised that you even earn some, you could even earn more than them. Some people. But the only thing is that it's financial literacy and financial knowledge. So one stream of income is close to no stream of income, right? Then the other thing is bad debt and the wrong liabilities. Hey, this one, we know. Yeah. Remember, there's good debt, there's bad debt. Good debt, bad debt, right? When you invest anything when you put your money on an asset, that is good debt. When you put your money, you leverage and a liability, that is bad debt. So your money on a real estate property, like you're buying property, maybe you would have heard this guy, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Where's the book? Rich Dad Poor Dad. He has 15,000. Oh, he has 15,000. He has 15,000. Sorry about that, guys. I hope TikTok did not say that. He has 15,000. What's it called? 15,000 homes. He has leverage, and leverage. That's the beauty of, right? That's the beauty of it right there. Is leverage. That is good debt. Bad debt is you went to buy a car, right? It's depreciating asset. That is bad debt. Mohammed, welcome in. And thank you for sharing out the life tech. Can we tap it out to 15,000? That's bad debt as well. So looking wealthy is not the same thing as being wealthy. Come on, guys. Looking wealthy. A lot of time I tell people the efforts, and this is the reason with 6-figure salary, right? Part of the reason why people stay broke, because they spend more money to look wealthy. Instead of you trying to look wealthy, why don't you just become wealthy? Come on, you want to be wealthy? Why are you spending so much to pretend to look wealthy? Why not just be wealthy? Right. And to be wealthy is just simply what we are talking about. Two-way, thank you so much for tapping out the live. I know we are all locked in, but let's tap out the live. We are wrapping up shortly. We'll be wrapping up in about 10 minutes. So if you can get it to 10,000, to 20,000, that would be absolutely amazing. And share out the live. IFK, thank you for tapping out the live. Every can also share out the live. Let's do this last 10 minutes and we'll wrap it up and we'll be back here tomorrow. Subscribe on the YouTube. I hope you have learned 1 or 2 things as well, right? We're talking about what is keeping our 6-figure income earner, our income earner, why are they still financially stuck? Why are they broke? Why are they feeling financially stressed? Those are the things that we are talking about today. And we talked about how to address each of them. What is this? What is steady Section 8? Section 8 is, you see the affordable housing, food stamp in the United States, free money to people that are in need, right? They give food, but then they can also give housing, people that need housing. So it means that government is the one that will be paying you as the landlord. Basically, that's what it means. Government will be paying you as the landlord. So you are always having, because government is paying the rent of some people. So, but there will be government that will be paying you. And of course, if government is paying you, you know that that's steady money, no eviction, you are not having any problem. Your money is coming in directly, it's the government that is paying you, basically, right? So and those are ways that you can, try to be focused on using the money that you want to go and use to buy that Gucci, buy that Chanel, that just to show that, okay, you know what, I have arrived. Delay it a little bit. I'm not saying that you should not. As a matter of fact, I love beautiful things, right? But let it be your asset. Let it not be your income, that your 100,000. Let it not be the one that will be paying for those things. Carl Harrison, welcome in, right? Let it not be the one that is going to hold you, because you're spending so much money on those things to look wealthy when you should have just put it towards investment. I did share my story. Whenever I wanted to buy my car, because I just wanted that car, right? And it was pretty expensive, but I couldn't wrap my head to think about it. I'm going to take this much of my money to go and buy a car. Like, I always think about money as time, right? The hours that I spent working to earn that money. And what did I do? I took the money, I took it, and I bought a house. Waited another 2 months. I could have the car right now, or wait another 2 months or 3 months so that I have the entire money to buy the house cash. And I bought the house cash. It was 162,500. It was 175. We negotiated because they delayed on closing and all of that. It became 162,500. And I'll wrap up with this. So let's tap out the life. Let's share out the life, right? Let's get it to 15,000 at least, right? And then I took and I said, okay, let me take this money. I want to buy the house cash. Took the house. Safra, welcome. Took the car. Bought the house. And of course, the house at that point, typical of Dr. Lina, I will buy it at a discount. That house was worth 230,000. So if you want to learn how to buy houses at 20%, 20% less of the market value, go and get that training. You would see it right there on my page, nestu.me/Money Talk with Dr. Lina. You will learn everything because I buy property at a discount because I want, even if market stops today, goes down, right? Goes down, I want to still be able to, I want to still be able to make money, basically, right? Yeah. So at how much? The house was worth 230,000. I bought it 162,500. I never buy properties I don't buy it at 100%. I buy it not more than 80% of the value, right? So I bought it there, and then I fixed it with 5,000. So everything all in was about 170,000, 175,000, right? And I rent that house now. No, it was 172,500. Everything all in was about 180, 185,000. Right now I rent the house 180, 1850, right? I have a nurse that is there with her babies, right? Right there. I'm adding value to her life because she needed, right? I rent it out to her every single month. She pays me. Guess what? I got the car, and of course I also I pay the car note every month. But guess what? I also claim that car because I use it for business, right? Partly. I use it, and from real estate perspective, I can claim up to, if it's over a 9,000 pounds car, I can claim, is it 50% to 100% of the value of the car as tax deduction. So I got tax deduction on the car, but then I still have my car, I still have my house. I still, come on, I should give myself a clap. Those are the kind of things that I teach. Those are the kind of things that I teach. IFK, you said, I'm a novice and I want to start investing. Where do I start? Two ways you can do it. I don't know which. I would start with smart investing, right? Start saving and do smart investing. Once you have the down payment, right? If you have a first-time homeowner, you've never bought a house before, you need, depending on the kind of house you want to buy, you need close to between 8,000 to 15,000 to 20,000, depending on the price of the house, right? 3 to 5%. If you're already an FHA homeowner or you want to buy investment property, it's 20%. So that's the second step. Then the third step is, once you get to real estate to a certain point, right now we have gotten to double-digit real estate portfolio, and we are almost there. We are now divesting into businesses. We see all those commercial apartment complexes from 1,000 units, all of those businesses, franchises. Those are the things. So it depends on the stage that you are in, right? But start with smart investing. Sarah 17, and welcome in, right? And that's how I have my property. So you want to learn, or you simply don't know where to start. Get your one-on-one, right? Get a one-on-one consultation, and I'll quickly show it. One-on-one consultation, everything that you need to know, you would find it there. Or one-on-one will build your wealth blueprint and your next step for the next 30 days, 90 days, all of that. Or if you want 90 days and holding, we also have a mentorship program where you want to buy your property in 90 days, or you just want and holding, someone that can manage, will bear with you, wealth building, right? That's going to lead you to a 10-year period of getting to $1 million, right? You will we have that as well. So I'll show it shortly. Doctor, it seems you affordable houses to buy compared to California. Oh, California, I'm not even investing in California. I'm in Texas, right? I'm in Texas. So, and that's part of the strategy, right? You want to learn everything about that. I am Maybell. You want to learn everything about that. You can get the, what's it called? The how to buy real estate in 90 days, because that's part of the things we talked about in there. What strategy can you use when you are, it's expensive or it's not a friendly state, all of the, or you're outside, because we also have international people that want to invest in the US, or you're in the US want to invest outside. All of that is what you can find in the 90 days, how to buy real estate in 90 days. We are here with you, even if you start real estate portfolio investment. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Real estate is part of what I talk about. Real estate is actually key, and I would show and for everyone. By the way, let me show this. And if you haven't, because today will be the first day. Since you guys are here, let's do this. See, you see the nestyou.me. Click on here. Oh, click on here, and you can do it now or stop later. May the 6th, we're going to be having the Wealth Building Academy, where we talk about your income, and that is already here, right? Oof. So this is that's it right here. It's free, but registration is required. So we just launched it today. So if you want to take your spot, because the spot will go quickly, it's going to be free. It's a free training. It's going to be focused on, you want to increase your income. You want to remember, I talk about 4 pillars of wealth creation. I'll be wrapping up right now. And if you missed, you want to come back, you want to follow, you don't want to miss out. Crowdfunding, right? What's crowdfunding? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, crowdfunding. Yes, yes, yes. So like syndication. No, this is not syndication. This is you buying your property yourself. I do not even talk about syndication, crowdfunding. Hi, Ayilara, welcome in. We're wrapping up. You just joined. You'll be back later too. Yeah. Get your thank you for the daily at me. Welcome in, but we are wrapping up right now. We're wrapping up right now. We got to do the school runs. Emilox, welcome in. Get your daily at me. Follow, get your tap out to get the notification bell. Right? I said if you want to start, we will jump in. Oh, for crowdfunding. You mean syndication? Yes. That it's something that I would want to do. I would like to extend an offer to people. You want to do 10,000, you have 5,000. Hey, Pat, welcome in. How are you? That is my twin. My twin that is 10 years older than me. Welcome in, Pat. But we are wrapping up. My twin that is 10 years older than me. Yeah, she's exactly 10 years. Hey, sis, how are you? My twin she's Ghanaian American. But we look so much alike that she's 10 years older than me. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So good to have everyone. But we're wrapping up right now. I am here between 12:30 to 12. You want to catch me Central Time. How do I register? So that's what I'm register for. What? The crowdfunding that the crowdfunding that Andrew is talking about that has not started, because that is, trust me, because things like that, I am super careful with it. It has to go through legal processes. It has to go through all of those kind of things. So until then, it's going to come later. But oh no, not okay. Wealth building. Let me show you one more time. This is it. Right here. And for those on YouTube as well, nestyou.me. This, you go on my, you go here, step out, and this is my display, what's it called? My bio, right? Whenever you say bio, that's bio right there. Come, I'm showing reposted. Okay. That's bio right there, right? Click on it, nestu.me/. Then it's going to like try to keep you, then click on open anyway. And then you would have, you see the Wealth Building Academy. That's going to be on June the 6th. So I mean, it's just in here early, right? And you would find it on YouTube as well. You would find just the same thing. You'll find it there, the Wealth Building Academy. I am still trying to bring things together because I'm hoping to bring the HR ed for one of these top companies. She's a seasoned, right? She teaches leadership and all of that. If I'm able to get her, but I have already confirmed one of Dr. O, right? That's going to teach. No, June the 6th, June. So it's about in 3 weeks, right? June the 6th. So we'll just put it out right now. We've not even started talking about it, but since you guys are here, I just wanted, you can start registering. It's free. June the 6th is the first Saturday, right? We did the training on real estate in April, right? How to buy real estate in 90 days. We did that in May. We did the smart investing workshop. We did that, and in June we have the Wealth Building Academy in June. And you would see my ebook is there as well. It's a whole store. You have my ebook, you have my the $1 Million Academy, how you can become a millionaire in 10 years. 10 years sounds like a long time. Until you realize that people work 9 to 5 for 45 years, from age 20 to 65, and still don't get close to $1 million, right? So the blueprint that worked for me is exactly what I'm sharing. And that's going to be a 90 days program, mentorship program. I can only take maybe like 3 in a month because of my schedule, because it requires a lot of my time. It's a whole lot of, it's mentorship. So if you want to buy your real estate in 90 days, but you need an holding, then how to buy real estate in 90 days, you'll find it there. Smart investing workshop, right? How to invest from start to finish, like also kind of ETF, like the top ETFs to buy, then you can choose from, right? Somebody said SUHD, QQQ, like Opal did, right? Those are just 3. There's so many others, right? In the list based on data, the analysis, you'll find it right there as well. You find my ebook, 10-page read, that is going to help you to get started. And of course, you want a one-on-one. I'm going to start showing testimonials of my one-on-one. My one-on-one, I think it should be way expensive, because you're going to get your wealth blueprint, your plan for the next 30 days, your plan for the next 90 days, your, we're going to look at your finances. If you want to talk real estate, as a matter of fact, the last person that I met, she's in Killing, Texas, and as was, her goal was she wants to buy real estate. And she said, I want to buy our first home. And I said, why are you not buying? She said, down payment. She said, it's going to take us 5 years. And I said, why is it going to take you 5 years? When we were done, she's buying her own real estate. By the time we were done, actually, she's buying her own real estate, their first home. They will be buying it by the end of this year. Oh, is that a clap? And a share. Yes. So she's buying it because by time, and this is not even her own, this is not husband's income added, right? This is not husband. Oh, thank you. This is not husband's income added, just her own income. She's able to buy by the end of this year, because I'm like, okay, this is extra that you have. And she was like, how? She said, I watched what you did magic. I'll show you a video. I'll show you the next time you want to come back so that you see the live review. And then there was the other one that also she was in debt, right? And her own case was she was in debt, and she was trying to figure out how she was going to and guess what? Her debt, she could take care of it in 2 months. As a matter of fact, I'm checking in with her this month. She needs to take care of that debt because her income can cover it. Hey, Classy Plus, it's been a minute. Welcome back in. She is going to be able to buy, get what's it called? Clear out her debt. As a matter of fact, this month, and we had a one-on-one last month because we started it last month. This month, she's clearing out all her debt to 0, and then she's starting a smart investing. That's the next thing, because you have a whole 30 days, 90 days plan. It's your own personalized wealth blueprint. It's based off your income, your expenses, your lifestyle. Everything is what we are doing within that period, right? And then once we are done with that, you have that you follow. Like this is what all you have to do is check boxes every single, okay, I've done this. I've done this. As a matter of fact, she is even transitioning to a whole full-blown mentorship. That's what she's doing because she said, our goal is to buy our own investment property. And with the kind of income, remember, somebody coming from negative, with that, we are moving straight into she's buying a property with that kind of income. She's buying, I'm telling you, she'll buy the first property this year and she'll buy another property early next year, first quarter of next year. Because it's a clarity session. It's a clarity session where you will get an understanding, clarity on your income, and you'll be like, how? It's always like a magic. And I'm like, no, well, it's just clarity. Yeah, it's just clarity. So you want to take advantage of all of those resources. It's good. The free ones are fantastic. Absolutely take advantage of all the free resources, but you want to take it a step further. You want something that's really, really designed, because it can be generic. Whenever we're talking about smart invest and I say VOO, I don't know if you're 20, I don't know if you're 60. If you're 60, whatever we're going to talk about, we can say, okay, Tylenol, we can use it across board, right? But then until you have your own diagnosis and prognosis or whatever, that's when we go, oh, your debt is this high. Oh, I don't have debt. Oh, my job is shaky. Or, then we know that, okay, we need to focus on this. We need to focus on that. That's the way it works. Okay. All right. We'll be wrapping up here, guys. We got to go be a responsible parent and go and do the, school runs. All right, guys, and thank you for sticking well with me today. I hope you have learned one or two things. I love you. I am here from 12:45 to thank you, Andrew. Thank you for always coming. And whenever you want to do the crowdfunding, trust me, I'll be in touch with you. We'll come and do it, but it just has to be very legal. And my YouTube community, thank you for sticking around. I hope you learned one or two things today. And subscribe if you haven't done that. If you haven't followed, you have more things to gain, right? You have more things to gain than to lose. This is free. This is free. This is free. Follow so that you can learn. And I'll show you, don't forget, register, follow, subscribe on the YouTube channel. And of course, follow, see, we always have limited seats. Limited seats available, right? So once you want to be the first to grab your seat, go on the page, get here. Of course, get here, and of course, it's this first one right here, the Wealth Building Academy. Register, get your, you want to understand smart investing, user, it's here. You want to get the, your mentorship is right there. That's the $1 Million League. The how to buy real estate in 90 days is there. The ebook is there. Everything is right now. As a matter of fact, we're changing it. It's right there at the discount. For now, one-on-one consultation is right there as well. All right. And subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is absolutely free, and it has so much information. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Doctor is Dr. Lina is ILINA. Thank you, my twin sister that is 10 years older than me. All right, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow, 12:30 or 12:45, and I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Ensure that your money is working harder than you do. Bye. Stay blessed. Bye. Bye. Subscribe if you haven't done that. I love you, my YouTube community. Thank you so much for subscribing. Love you. I hope you were able to learn one or two things today. I love you guys. Okay. Bye. Stay blessed.